Your actions, both past and present, are incompatible with your duty as chairman of this committee, which alone in the House of Representatives has the obligation and authority to provide effective oversight of the U.S. intelligence community. As such, we have no faith in your ability to discharge your duties in a manner consistent with your constitutional responsibility and urge your immediate resignation as chairman of the committee.
This is the moment Republicans told Adam Schiff his time was up.
Associated with the Trump campaign, colluded, coordinated, or conspired with the Russian government. The minority views, which you submitted, were attached to our committee's findings, and yet your views did not provide any evidence to support the claim of collusion. On March 24, 2019, the special counsel delivered his findings to the government, to the special counsel's investigation did not find that the Trump campaign or anyone associated with conspired or coordinated with Russia in its efforts to influence the 2016 presidential election. Special Counsel Mueller's findings are consistent with those of this committee, as well as the public statements of various senators on the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence. Despite these findings, you continue to proclaim to the media that there is significant evidence of collusion. You further have stated you will continue to investigate the counterintelligence issues. That is the president or people around him compromised in any way by hostile foreign power? Your willingness to continue to promote a demonstrably false narrative is alarming. The findings of the special counsel conclusively refute your past and present assertions and have exposed you as having abused your position to knowingly promote false information, having damaged the integrity of this committee and undermined the faith in the United States government and its institutions. Your actions, both past and present, are incompatible with your duty as chairman of this committee, which alone in the House of Representatives has the obligation and authority to provide effective oversight of the U.S. intelligence community. As such, we have no faith in your ability to discharge your duties in a manner consistent with your constitutional responsibility and urge your immediate resignation as chairman of the committee. Mr. Chairman, this letter is signed by all 9 members of the Republican side of the House, of the committee, and I ask unanimous consent to be entered into the record of today's hearing. Back.
Without objection, I'm going to turn to our witnesses who are the subject of the hearing today, but before I do, and as you have chosen, instead of addressing the hearing to simply attack me, consistent with the President's attacks, I do want to respond in this way. My colleagues may think it's okay that the Russians offered dirt on a Democratic candidate for president as part of what was described as the Russian government's effort to help the Trump campaign. You might think that's okay. My colleagues might think it's okay that when that was offered to the son of the president, who had a pivotal role in the campaign, that the president's son did not call the FBI. He did not adamantly refuse that foreign help. No, instead, that son said that he would love the help of the Russians. You might think it's okay that he took that meeting. You might think it's okay that Paul Manafort, the campaign chair, someone with great experience in running campaigns, also took that meeting. You might think it's okay that the president's son-in-law also took that meeting. You might think it's okay that they concealed it from the public. You might think it's okay that their only disappointment after that meeting was that the dirt they received on Hillary Clinton wasn't better. You might think that's okay. You might think it's okay that when it was discovered a year later that they lied about that meeting and said it was about adoptions. You might think it's okay that the president is reported to have helped dictate that lie. You might think that's okay. I don't. You might think it's okay that the campaign chairman of a presidential campaign would offer information about that campaign to a Russian oligarch in exchange for money or debt forgiveness. You might think that's okay. I don't. You might think it's okay that that campaign chairman offered polling data, campaign polling data to someone linked to Russian intelligence. Concealed from the public. I don't think it's okay that he advocated a new and more favorable policy towards the Russians, even as he was seeking the Russians' help, the Kremlin's help to make money. I don't think it's okay that his attorney lied to our committee. There's a different word for that than collusion, and it's called compromise. And that is the subject of our hearing today.
Will the gentleman yield?
Mr. Ambassador,
Will the
you are
gentleman yield?
recognized for your opening
gentleman
statement.
yield?
I will not yield. Mr. Ambassador,
Well, gentlemen, yield because you just said things about all of us that I think we all should get the opportunity to respond to.
I
If you're
will
going to
not.
say
So the scene opens with Republicans doing something you rarely see happen so bluntly in Congress. They openly demand that Chairman Adam Schiff resign. Not hint, not imply, not wink and nudge, they go straight for the jugular. At the end of the day, this entire exchange highlights something bigger than Adam Schiff, bigger than the Republicans in that room, and bigger than the Mueller report itself. It shows what happens when political narratives outrun the facts. When a story becomes more valuable than the truth. When the chair of the House Intelligence Committee, a position that is supposed to be sober, careful, restrained, becomes a main character in partisan theater. Whether you liked or hated Donald Trump, the reality remains. Schiff made claims he couldn't back up. And he did it repeatedly. That's not just politics, that's a breach of trust. And trust is the only real currency government has left. His response, instead of being reflective or accountable, was performative. Emotional. Borderline theatrical. And sure, it was passionate, but passion isn't proof. Instead of answering the charge that he knowingly misled the public, he sidestepped it. He reframed it. He turned it into a monologue about morality instead of a conversation about evidence. But the American people deserve better than political sleight of hand. They deserve committees they can trust. They deserve leaders who admit when they were wrong, especially on matters that dragged the country through years of division and media hysteria. So when Republicans demanded his resignation, even if you're someone who doesn't like them, you can't ignore the fact that they had receipts. They had the timeline. They had the findings. They had the truth. Do me a favor, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel more than you know.